bring it on.
What's up guys, Nelson here. First of all, just like to thank everyone for liking, commenting, subscribing. Really appreciate it. It's been a real inspiration. So last week I filmed a how to install the HKS EVC boost controller. This week I'd like to show you guys how to set it up. So the first thing is you need to establish, are you running internal wastegate, are you running external wastegates, and how are you going to set this up. So if you're running an external wastegate, you're going to set the boost controller up to a poppet valve type, or PO on these boost controllers. If it's a swing type, it's going to be an S on here. So the way you're going to set this up is on the back of the control unit. If you pull this off, you can see there's a little switch there in the corner. So that is your SW and your PO. Swing type, internal wastegate, PO, external wastegate. How are you going to set this up? You're going to switch the ignition on. Boost controller will come on. And now, to set it up, you're actually going to have to look at your screen. So, if you have the screen for this unit, which is over here, you're now going to switch ignition, and you will see an S or a PO at the top there, where it says 105. The S has just gone away. I'll show you guys again. There we go, there's an S at the top. So now that is set to external, to internal on my side. Now the way I got that set up is you'll first turn your boost controller off by holding in the power button. Boost controls show green. Now on these boost controllers, quite strange, green means not in use or off, red means in use or on. So you'll have it in green in off mode. You'll then pull it out. While you're flipping it from SW to PO or vice versa, you're going to be holding on your power button. So while you're doing that, you're going to flip the switch while holding it. You need to hold it for at least 3 seconds. On the boost controller itself, on the screen for it, it is then going to flick between S or P on the screen. Now that is how you set up your actuator on here. If you don't have the screen, all you need to do is just flip the switch on the back of the unit, and the unit will then know, is it external wastegate, is it internal wastegate, etc. Okay, so for me, I've got stock turbos, I'm running my internal actuators, so I'm set to internal wastegate. Now, what you see at the bottom where it says 0, that is the current boost pressure. So obviously the car is off at the moment. When you switch the car on, it's going to pull vacuum, you're going to see negative pressure. When I accelerate, go on to boost, it's going to go positive. The 152 above that is the previous boost, or the previous highest recorded boost that I hit. I did say to you guys in the last video that I had a leak. I then hit 1.5 bar. That is my 1.5 bar. It is currently showing in PSI, so 152, that is 1.5 bar roughly. How are you going to set this up is you are going to need to get a base. So to get your base, you need to get onto a closed road, a highway, etc. And you're going to go into a gear where there is load. So on a 5 speed I would recommend going 3rd gear, 6 speed I recommend going in 4th gear, and you're going to go wide open throttle to almost the end of your RPM range. So once you get that, your boost controller, where the 152 is on mine, it is then going to show you your actuator boost. So initially mine, when I first set it up, it hit I think it was 55 plus minus, which is essentially 0.5 of a bar. Now that was my actuator pressure. From there, you will then add more in percentage to apply more boost. So what I've done is I got my base, which is 0.5 bar. Then I've gone to this boost controller. Now while it's on, as I mentioned previously, red is on, green is off. So currently it's set to A volume and B volume. A volume is currently the boost that I'm set to. I'm not going to mess around with my boost settings on my A volume, so to flick between the two settings, you can push select once. Now you see B has gone red. That means it's currently in use. Now what you'll do is to tune it, or to add more boost, you'll push out the dial pops out, and you'll just turn the knob to add more boost. Now I'm going to show you on the display unit. There are slight little increments on here. Obviously the display unit's more accurate and it's got more options. When you're looking at the display unit, you'll see the 0, that's where you'll be adding boost. And now change it to percentage. So those numbers, that's me turning it on the boost control side. It goes up by 2% every time. So if I flip back to my A volume, and you can see in the top left corner there it's flipped to A, so I'll flip back to B, back to A. You can see I have added 38, so that's a percentage. So for me to make 1 bar, I've then added 38%, and that's made my 1 bar. Right, let's stick on the B settings so I don't mess anything up, or at least mess my settings up. I'm going to show you guys some of the things that this boost controller has got. It is an older one. A lot of people call it the HKS EVC5 once you add the display. Its official name without the display is HKS EVC-s. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. Mode at the top, or mod, that allows you to cycle through settings. Select is to cycle up and change settings. SBC is your scramble boost setting. Now I'll get into that just now. And here's another power button, so you can use this power button instead of the other control unit at the bottom if you really want to. So at the moment this is more of a display mode. The 0 shows your current boost, so if I start the car it'll go up and down. Currently showing 0. I'm going to go through the modes now. So mode 1. Option 1 is your scrambled boost. What scrambled boost is, you can set a percentage higher on top of your base. So if you decide that your base is now going to be 1 bar and you've configured it for 1 bar, there's something called scramble boost where you can give it maybe 5% or etc. So you can make it 1.2 bar for 10 seconds. So if you really want to overtake someone, or you want to have a quick race against someone, you want extra boost, you're going to set up your scramble in a percentage. So let's say 10% would give you, and I'm just saying, I'm not sure what it would be, 10% would give you 0.1 of a bar. If that was the case, you set that to 10%, and when you hit scramble boost, and the way to set it up to hit scramble boost is to hold down SBC, it will give you 1.1 bar for 5, 10 seconds, whatever you set it to. So let's set it 10%, let's say in theory it'll give you 1.1 bar. You're going to go to mode, and now this is option 2 that we're on here. Option 2, and you'll see on the right hand side, bottom right, that's how many seconds. So 5 seconds, that's how long your scramble boost will last for. So I'm going to set my scramble boost for 4 seconds. You see I was using the select button, and that's the down button. So we're going to go 4 seconds, and I'm going to go back to the display now. So let's say I'm racing someone and I just need a little bit extra kick. I'm going to hold down my scramble boost. You can see there's a countdown at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang. So that gave me 1.1 bar instead of my usual 1 bar. That's your scramble boost. Obviously make sure your car is tuned to handle that extra boost. I would not do it on this car with ceramic stock turbos. I'm hitting 1 bar and I'm staying at 1 bar. Option 3 is your warning. So once I've achieved my 1 bar, I want to set up a warning. So I've set mine up for 1.05 bar, essentially. So if I hit just over 1 bar and I hit, let's say, 1.06 bar, the boost controller will beep like crazy, tell me to lay off the boost, etc. So it's a nice thing, like I had the other day when I had a broken T-piece or pipe. It shot to 1.5, this warned me, which was very nice. I would have seen it anyway, I did feel it, but this would have warned me and would have beeped. The next couple of steps, so if you push mod again, it's going to take me back to the home screen. It only allows me to go through 1, 2, 3, back to the home screen. there is some secret options, some people call it in forums. You're going to hold mod down. That takes you to option 4. Now option 4 is your display type. So it's basically your graph. How high do you want to show it? So you can go all the way up, I think 250. So it just makes your graph bigger or smaller. You obviously don't want to see that much data. So I've set mine to 1.55 bar. So my graph will show 1.55 bar. That's as big as it will go. Next, option 5. This is your backlight brightness. Mine is slightly damaged, so you can see it doesn't get too much brighter than 100%, and 100% is quite dim during the day. But that is your backlight brightness. Next, this is your security lock. So I can set a code in here, stop someone from accessing it. If you want to go to a valet or you don't trust the mechanic, you can set your boost down to actuator and you can put a lock code on this. They won't be able to adjust it. There is an option 7 on some later units. I don't have it on mine, unfortunately. I really wish I did. It's something called an offset option. The offset option allows you to manipulate the speed that your wastegate opens and closes, which essentially will make your response time quicker on the turbos or turbo. Unfortunately, I can't do that. If you do have that option, you need to know that going backwards, so it starts at 100%. When you decrease it, it will be on swing type. It will be adding more boost to your car. In turn, you will turn down your boost on your actual controller. So you'll turn down your boost on here, and you will turn your offset down, which will bring it up. So if you want still to hit 1 bar, and you turn your offset down, and you bring your offset down on here by 10%, you might boost to 1.1. So you will turn down the boost controller itself to re-achieve 1 bar. But the offset will essentially be faster response time. It may not be the smoothest or the cleanest on a boost graph, but it will pick up your response. Play around with it. A lot of people use it, don't use it. I don't have the option. I can just control my boost. It is unfortunate. One day I will get a better boost controller. For now, there's a lot I need to worry about. Guys, that's pretty much it. Ask me questions if you need to. I've spent a lot of time with this boost controller. I've got it working nicely. I can show you guys how I got it through the firewall. I know there's not a lot of info out there on how to get electronics or wiring through the firewall. It was actually pretty simple. Let me know. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Just want to let you know I'm going to be uploading videos every Thursday. I'm filming the day before. Give me some ideas if you want to see some cool stuff. Let me know. I can try and do them on Wednesday, upload on a Thursday. Next week I will be doing something a little bit different. It is car related, it is GTR related. Let me know what you guys think next week once I upload it. But thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. Cheers.